All right, boom, and bing, and here we are. Madonna posted a picture of herself on Twitter yesterday, and I tweeted it out, and I got a lot of likes, so I'm bragging. I wrote, cool pic of Tom Petty the day before he died. I don't think Tom Petty ever looked that good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to POS. Frank, take it away.
Hi there, welcome to the Pato Show. Today's guest is comedian and host of Let's Get Loud podcast, Larry Beyah, and comedian and regular guest and producer on Compound Media, Bobby Tamburro. Take it, Pat.
You almost did it, Frank. Every week you almost do it. I've never heard anyone say Larry's name Beyah because it's B-E-Y-A-H. You dyslexic it.
I thought the Y was silent.
In your B&H. Larry, if you don't know my friend Frank, he's 79 years old, and we just try to see if he'll forget things or die during the show. That's what happens. He's better Mike Fig. That's what he is.
I love it.
So, Frank, you got Bobby's name right, but that's because you think you might have fucked his aunt too, right?
I hope not, for your sake.
It does look familiar.
For his sake.
And I did in
ants, Bobby?
No, look at me, dude. Just picture me in a dress. That's what you're dealing with.
Okay. I'm also thinking about Frank, and Frank would fuck anybody.
I do have some big tits.
Yeah. First of all, why I got to picture you? You know what? First piece of shit, Bobby, for making me think about you in a dress. I don't like that shit. I know, in this day and age, men can be ladies, whatever. So we're starting off. First story is something that happened to me. I don't know if Bobby and Larry know this, but because comedy has ruined all our lives, I had to take a retail job. So I've been working a regular job in front of human beings, and I'm not good at that because for 12 years I didn't work for people. So I'm trying my best. But the other day, a woman walked up to me and said, "Do you have extra large maxi pads?" And I laughed super hard out loud. Not my fault. It's not my fault. I laughed hard. She said, "Why are you laughing?" And I said, "I don't want to tell you. And I'll just bring you over there." She's like, "No, seriously, why are you laughing?" And I said, "You got a big pussy." That's what I said to her because she looked at me. I go, "I don't mean you have one. I know that's not even what it means. That's what I think." And it's funny. And I'm a child and I understand that.
Yeah.
Who's the piece of shit? Me for saying that and just not letting it go. Her for pushing the foot. And when I said, "Hey, lady," being a white woman and just going, "Tell me, I need to know." You don't need to fucking know.
Yeah.
Or the people that made the maxi pads for putting extra large. I know it's not about their pussy size. It's about the flow or whatever. But that's fucked up. And that's making me a child. Or that Chinese person who ate a soup that ruined my life. So now I got to work in retail and deal with big pussy lady. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Bobby, you go first.
Well, Pat, you know this thing. We've talked about it before. I also work in retail.
Yes.
So the customer is always, in my opinion, the piece of shit. However, I'd like to add an asterisk because I have had to deal with customer after customer coming in and screaming at me because we are out of products right now. And I broke.
We have nothing.
I broke when an Asian customer yelled at me, "Why don't you have any bikes? It's bike season." And I finally said, "Because you eat bats, man."
You the voice. Why you had no bike? Your bike season.
Because you have no bike.
Right. I need a bike. I got no rickshaw. My rickshaw broke you, Bobby. We're not going to get canceled. This compound. What are you talking
Fair enough. But the answer was, because you ate a bat, ma'am. Your people won't stop eating bats, so the whole world shut down for 3 months. That's why we don't have any fucking bicycles. So if you just want to follow the goddamn regulations of how to eat meat, then maybe by fall we'll have some more bikes in. So I'm going with the guy who ate the fucking bat.
My new favorite superhero is Batman.
Batman.
Batman. So you think the customer is a piece of shit?
I think the customer is the piece of shit. Yeah.
Larry, you can use my examples or like your beautiful mind works. Go your own way. Whatever you think.
Here's the deal. I totally believe that the customer Karen was a piece of shit because she was trying to find you on something because she had to have a teachable moment at that time, and she realized who she was fucking with. She's like, this guy will never get it. So fuck it, let me move on, because she was like, well, no, why? Tell me why. You know why? This is not your first day asking for extra large maxi pads.
Who asks that
Who
anyway?
asked for extra large maxi pad?
You ask for extra large condoms to show off. You don't ask for extra large
Exactly.
maxi pad,
Yo.
extra large pants. You don't ask
Yo,
for that shit. You can find the aisle.
She's like, I got this deep pussy. Do you have anything that you got a roll of toilet? You got a roll of paper towels that you can stick up my pussy?
You know what's funny? I didn't think about the pussy being deep. I thought about the lips being huge. I thought giant lips. That's where I went. Like mammoth cunt lips. Like this monstrous thing where it would say MCL on the package for it. It's like, is that the leg thing? Like, no, it's mammoth cunt lips. They're monsters and she can fly with them like a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I thought she had big, loose, crazy lips. I like your deep theory. Deep, I'd be excited. I'd be like, oh, good, you're deep.
You're deep. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be sloppy and have roast beef hanging.
Yeah, I'd rather her have asked you, do you want to see it? Then it would have justified her talking further about it, because you just don't walk up to a male and just say, okay, women do that bullshit where they like, oh girl, I support you and it's okay. I support the pussy. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Me too, girl. I'm a large myself, not extra large, but I'm a large myself. I can see them supporting each other. Even if the bitch was tiny, she would say something to make her feel good. But us men, extra large maxi pads already. Only the gay guys won't support that.
Ma'am, we have a changing room. Would you like to try one on? Would you like to go in there? If you wash them, they shrink. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
One size. I'm the moron. I've been married. I've dated people. I've lived with women. I have a daughter. Yeah. I've seen these things a million times. I still don't remember which one's a tampon, which one's a pad. I know the word pad, but I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, if I don't know that, I'm working in a store. I'm 45. I look like I'm sad and defeated. You think I want to talk to you about your pussy? I don't want to talk to you about your pussy.
Unless you're giving me some pussy.
He picked you. She picked you of all the associates in the store to come up and ask.
You know what?
Yeah.
Everyone picks me. I think it's because I do look like I wear the glasses and I got the shirt on. I do look like I might be the manager or I've been there forever.
Good point.
You do look like the supervisor. You look like the supervisor.
This guy's either the boss or retarded because he is 45 years old.
We have a retarded guy, but no one asks him stuff.
Yeah, this guy, you look like inventory.
And inventory, I guess. I know it all. Here, by side note, so we have a guy who works there. He doesn't work there, quote unquote. He's there because he's special needs. They let him work. He's a nice enough guy, but he doesn't get paid or anything. There's another guy who works there who's a fucking moron. If there's gonna be a shooter, this guy's the shooter. He talks about how spirits and voices control him. I'm at a place. It's like open mic. There's no saying no every day.
Yeah, there's no saying no. Come on,
You're never going to get booked for the real gig, but they can be there for a while.
Exactly.
This guy was messing up or something, and without thinking, I just said in front of the special needs guy, I went, dude, what are you, slow? And then went, oh, shit. And the special needs guy goes, yeah, he is slow. And high five. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's the dude. That's the dude.
Be retarded, and it feels so good.
Yeah, that's the dude you send out on the street to bark. The bark customers in.
Which one? The retarded guy or the
retarded guy? The retarded guy. You send him out on the street to bark.
You send him out. He's like, no, don't really bark, man. Frank, who's the piece of shit, Frank?
Well, first of all, you're a comic, and you go that way. They
don't know that though.
No. Internalized the joke, which was fine. And you laughed, and she pursued you. Now, two problems with Karen. One, she should not be asking for the extra large maxi pads or whatever they were. She just asked for where are the depends.
There you go.
You don't have to describe exactly what goes on.
I don't think she needed a diaper.
Describe what goes on your pussy. Because if that was me, I would be looking at it, and then she says, I need the extra large. I would go, okay. Then send her there. But she's totally wrong. She's the piece of shit.
She is. You know what? You have a point there. She should have just said, where do you keep your feminine products?
Right.
I would have walked her over, and I wouldn't have helped. I help with other things, but I wouldn't have said, hey, let's look at that. I wouldn't have hung out.
Maybe she wanted to hook up with you.
Yeah.
She was old. You know my rules.
The resume's right in front of you.
Wait a minute. She was old?
Well, I don't fuck anything older than me.
Was she old, though?
She wasn't as old as Frank, but she was older than you, Lair.
Okay, well, then here's the problem. Here's the goddamn problem.
She's dried up, right?
Yeah, that pussy is loose as a motherfucker. I mean, she needs extra large.
No, but when do you dry up? Isn't she done?
Listen, not if she needs that.
Maybe she wasn't buying it for her. Maybe she had a friend that needed some extra. Maybe her friend was embarrassed. Maybe that's why she had the confidence. Maybe she's like, it's not for me.
The pussy wasn't inside the body anymore.
My friend's got a big ass pussy, and I gotta help out. Like when you were a kid and you were afraid to get condoms, so they bought 5 other things.
Yeah,
with the, like Slim Jims, this and that, whatever.
And then just slip some condoms in, or just stole them. One of the two. This is before they put them behind the counter.
I had to buy tampons or pads, whatever, for my daughter when she first was going through that stuff. I went to the store. I didn't care. I knew where they were. I can read sign. I can find things. What?
Yeah.
The store's big, but it's not so big that you can't find those. There's a lot.
How long have you been buying tampons that you don't know where they're at? Like instinctively, you know exactly what section they're at.
Maybe it was Caitlyn Jenner.
Maybe
she just became a lady.
She was just transforming.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
A horrible customer.
What do you keep the fingernail polish, bitch? Maybe you wasn't ready to be a chick.
Yeah. What were you doing? Were you supposed to be prepping? Were you supposed to be watching stuff? You got a big show. You got to fucking work on it.
Right. Yeah.
Notes. You should know this shit. You should have down.
Yeah. You should. At this point in your life, you should know where the pads are at.
If she was a tranny, that would be great. If she was trying to get me to be like, really, sir? But she fooled me. And she's like, see, it's working. I'm like,
I fooled him. I fooled a guy.
I fooled him. Mrs. Doubtfired the fuck out of him. Hello.
Yo. And you're like,
I'm not the piece of shit. I thought I'd be the piece of shit.
No.
You're not the piece of shit. No.
I know that I shouldn't have said big pussy, but she was kind of smiling. So my comic instinct was like, we are. Oh, she wants this joke.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. Your comic instinct kicked in, and that's what we all have. I
haven't performed in a while.
Yeah. But it's in us. It's in us. It's like, fuck it. You'll never forget. And it's like the next thing you know, she said that, you laughed. And then she's like, what? And then you saw it in her eyes, just like an audience member. They want to hear this. They're going to want to hear this.
They want this joke. I'm talking about relatable stuff. She has a pussy. I got a bit. I'm related.
Exactly.
That's what comedy is.
She got a pussy. I got a bit.
That sounds like a country song about sex. With a horse.
Yo, oh my God.
All right, so good. We're all on the same page. Fuck Karen.
Yeah.
I like that Frank and Larry both called her Karen. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Men coming together to hate one type of woman.
Yeah, because one type of woman we have to hate is Karen.
She's been ruining everything.
Yeah, Karen fucked America up.
That name is perfect. I've never heard a better insult that really does fit.
Yeah.
I know one good Karen in the world, but besides that, like, there's awful Karen. That name, it makes you, when you hear it, your dick gets small. You're like, it's not good.
I knew a chick that changed her name to Karen.
Karen?
Bitch, your name is, bitch, your name is Karen. Fuck you.
Karen.
And she still was an asshole.
You can take the Karen out of the name. You can't take the name out of the Karen.
Yeah, exactly.
Frank, was Karen a name 1,000 years ago?
Yes, Karen was a name. It's probably as popular as it is today. Once in a while, you would run into a Karen. Most of them were redheads.
Yeah.
Irish, yeah.
Yeah. You fucked a lot of redheads. A lot of redhead Karens.
The redhead Karen.
Why not? They're there.
They're there. That sounded rapey, but you're old and it's okay.
They said, listen, it was Eisenhower was in the office. He put a chicken in every pot.
Frank, who was the president when you were born?
Roosevelt.
Ooh.
Just before Eisenhower, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say,
I
knew he had some Eisenhower time. I knew that. I don't know. When I was born? Carter? I think Carter.
No.
I'm 74. Isn't that Carter? Is that Ford?
No, in 74, that was Ford.
Ford, okay. I confused them. They're the same white guy.
Yeah, no.
One like peanuts and one fell down.
One looked like Mr. Planners.
Yeah, and both were played by Chevy Chase, I think. I don't know. I think Bobby's trying to think which president was there. So go ahead, Bobby. I saw you thinking, you mother.
Yeah, I was doing
I
some
guarantee it was Clinton or Reagan.
It was Clinton.
I know it was Clinton. He still had that hope in his eyes. Like,
Larry, who was yours?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Ooh, that was always a fun name. I always thought that should have been the name of a soul singer. Lyndon B. Johnson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lyndon B. Johnson sound like the first black president.
Yeah. He is. In my mind, he is.
In your mind, he played the blues.
Yep. I'm gonna tear down a statue and put up a new black Lyndon B. Johnson statue if they tear that down.
Yo, that would be funny. He had a Cadillac.
All right, topic number 2. We'll get serious for 1 second, I guess. Today, Trump is threatening to cut funding of schools that will not reopen.
Yes.
Yes. And so President Trump said on Wednesday that he might cut funding from schools that don't reopen, claiming that Democrats have motives for delaying the schools from opening up. And he knows that it'll face fairly strict guidelines, but other countries are doing it. So why shouldn't we? Who's the piece of shit? Is it Trump for trying to ruin the greatest vacation kids have ever had? Come on. As kids, we loved it when we got like a week off, and it was amazing. They've been off since March, and now they're like, maybe we never have to go back. This could be amazing. Is it teachers? Let me do my thing, Frank. You've been on the show. The other two don't know. They're learning, and they're better than you. Anyway, here's the thing. Frank, teachers, is it them? Because I've already seen teachers complaining about having to go back to school. And like, well, I hope the parents are teaching the kids how to wear their mask. It's not my job to teach them. You're a fucking teacher. That's the name of the job. It's not just math and kickball. It's teaching them things. If they come in without a mask and they have to wear a mask, you'll have to teach them how to do it. The parents don't have to do that because they're their parents. They're supposed to love them, not make them pretend like diseases aren't real. That's their thing. Okay. Yeah. Or is it people who are against going back to school? Those people, listen, we're getting dumber by the minute. Schools are going to be okay. Kids aren't getting sick. Other countries are doing it. They're getting better than us. We need our kids to go back to school. A lot of these kids need to go there to get fed. I know they tried to do programs, but a lot of kids only get their meals from there. A lot of listen, people are struggling. The essential people, the fake pandering name we've given people, are people who work super hard and don't have babysitters. School is the babysitter. Then afterwards, the aftercare programs are also shut down. If their kids don't go to school, they can't work. They can't pay bills, and they're struggling. The kids need to go back to school so people can open back up. Who are the pieces of shit in this? Larry, you can go first.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. First and foremost, the first piece of shit is Fauci. Okay, now let me go with
Fauci is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Fauci's a big piece of shit, and everybody who's trying to tear down America from what it used to be, like it or not, we're changing. They're changing America. They're making sure people stay out of the churches, they stay out of the schools, they stay out of the banks, they stay out of a lot of different places because they don't want us to assemble in places like comedy clubs. We're no longer allowed to assemble. We're no longer allowed to be on the street and look people in the face and recognize them because we got the mask on the face. This is a whole fucked up game. Donald Trump is the only one saying, listen, put these kids back in school. You're going to make them dumber. You're going to do all these different things. And everybody said, oh, he's trying to rush this. No, he is literally saying, fuck this bullshit that y'all are doing with this disease, this hustle that y'all are trying to do with this disease. Now, listen, I know people have different opinions about Donald Trump. All I'm going to say is I believe 100% that Fauci's an asshole. I believe the CDC is an asshole. I believe the mainstream media is assholes. I believe they're a part of some system that's trying to take away America. So in this situation, I'm riding with the president. Everybody else who don't want them kids to go back to school and just sit at home and do what? Now, I might be the asshole too, because I remember those long vacations.
But this is a long-ass one.
This is a long-ass. Matter of fact, they may forget what school is.
Imagine being the kid who last day of school was getting bullied, and he's like, finally got that time off. And then the kids are like, next summer, summer's over, kicking your ass. And all of a sudden, like, we're never going back.
We're never going back. I don't have to take that ass whipping no
He's
more.
learning jujitsu now online. He's doing everything he can to get ready. He's watching Rogan. He's doing all his shit. He's getting ready.
Exactly.
Right? Here's my problem with it. Why, if the Democrats want to come out and say why they're against it, and it can't just be because guidelines and we're not safe yet. Fuck you. We've been opening up and doing things. Kids have not been the ones getting sick. The schools can, if everyone else can learn how to do it, you can social distance in a school. Believe me, I stayed away from everyone in school. You can figure it the fuck out.
If
we're gonna, these kids, there are certain ages that are going to be traumatized for life because of this. They were young and impressionable, and all of a sudden they were told germs are in the air and it's scary. You can't go here. Get away from grandma. You're going to kill her. Get the fuck out of here. Put this mask on. Be afraid of this. Don't touch that. Everything you learn. If they don't get back to school and see their friends and have social interaction, real ones, not like we're doing here, they won't. They'll be afraid to socially interact. We're going to have a lot of people that are afraid to talk to each other. The division that they're doing now is not just dividing political parties. They're dividing us.
Yes.
We don't care anymore. 9/11, we got attacked, and people, for a little bit, cared about each other. We'd all look at each other and say, are you okay? Stay strong, all that stuff. People are saying stay safe now, and I said it last week, and it was funny. Dave Temple and I had a great back and forth. I said, white people never have said stay safe till now. They never did.
Never.
He's like, Dave goes, wait, you're kidding. I go, no, black people do because you have to stay safe because white people are hurting you. I get that. But we don't do that. We don't do that. And now we're staying distance. Get away from me. 6 feet away. Don't touch. Don't cough. I'm staring at you cough. Where's your mask? I don't want a mask. Fuck you. No, fuck you. It's not. We're getting divided. The kids need to be back in school. They need to see that they can be together, and then maybe adults will chill the fuck out. Dividing them will also hurt jobs, economy, everything. If we're not going to try to do this, listen, if they go to school and they get sick, fine. They're not going to die. When I was a kid, you went to school, we all got chicken pox. I had it. We all fucking had it. We went through the cycle. We got through it. They'll make it. Yeah, the wheezing kid, he might die, but no one liked him anyway. He's fine. And he missed so much school,
and he missed so much school anyway.
Right, and we need that one kid to go, remember Bobby? Remember Wheezy Bobs? Remember?
Exactly.
That's the story.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Wheezy, am I what you think of?
Remember, I was going to go to you. I don't lie with your name, and I'm sure you wheezed.
Remember,
I do.
Remember Wheezy F. Bobby?
All right, and, okay, Bobby, besides me right now for using that name, who's the piece of shit?
I don't think any of those people are the piece of shit. I think all of those people are genuinely trying to do what they think is best. So I think the piece of shit is Tom Hanks, and not on some pandemic bullshit or anything like that. Like Magic Johnson got HIV, and then Magic Johnson got a cure for HIV. Tom Hanks was the first celebrity to get this. Where's the Hanks Foundation funding research?
Yeah, where's his Starbucks and movie theater?
Yeah, so I think he's the piece of shit. But on a more serious note, I think one of the big things, like everybody's pushing testing, but if you test more people, the only way you use that to limit the disease is by controlling people more. Like, oh, now you can't go out because we've seen you've been exposed potentially at X, Y, and Z. I think what we should be doing is putting money into research, finding treatments, finding vaccines, like pour all the money we're pouring into testing there, and let's get through this thing. Like, let's kick its ass and move on to whatever the next problem is, instead of worrying about like, oh, let's test people before they go to school. Let's get everybody a vaccine by September. Like,
if that works, if that's
you know what I mean.
Really
like,
a real
my
thing.
Thought. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of scare tactics. I do think there's a virus, but I don't think it's what the fuck we're saying it is. And it's really this scare tactic to see how we can control people. We are controlling. Who are the people that are speaking out? The people that don't have jobs. Why don't those people have jobs? Because they were creative folks, people who could speak out. And if you starve them, if you divide them, if you make them go under your control, making you and I work at a retail store, we're not supposed to be crazy. No. Now we're all going to end up working for Bezos. We're all going to be sitting there being a slave to him, and we're going to be controlled. They don't want us outside. They've realized, like China, if we're just inside and plugging along on a computer, they control us. They control our money. They make us all use a chip and a card. It's all there. It all starts here. So we don't let them in the school.
If I can stop you in a group going to see a comedian whose nature is to say fuck you and to say this bullshit, then because they get it in a joke, and next thing you know, it's like they've silenced us, the independent thought.
Here's what happened. Donald Trump was doing well enough where he was going to win, even if people were mad. He was going to win. Before all this happened, he was going to win. That's not a question. People on the East and West Coast can sit there and pretend like their world's the thing. It's not. It's the middle of this country that was saying you can't do anything. Bernie was the only one who might have had a sort of chance to talk his way into almost winning, but he wasn't going to win. But he had a chance because people believed that he wanted real things and stuff like that. Nobody wanted the other motherfuckers. When they realized that they couldn't control Bernie and they didn't know what to do, they looked at what's the one thing that's going to get Trump elected. The economy is fine. Then this shit happens. We take away the economy. We try to do that. But we're starting to get through it. It's starting to open up. And Biden wasn't the savior. He's sniffing kids and talking about corn pop legs. No one gives a fuck about that. He's too creepy. They should have turned around and kissed Bernie's ass once this pandemic happened and said, get back in there. He wouldn't have done it. He should have done it. The simple fact that they're thinking about like The Rock and shit is hilarious. The Rock and fuck off. We're not doing that shit. The only person that can win right now is Michelle Obama. If she literally said, I'm going to run and Barack will be with me, people would seriously vote for her. That's the only person. Because she's been there, she has experience, and people believe in her. Women and African Americans would have been like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? But they would have done it. That's the only person. But she's not going to deal with that shit. She doesn't want to be there anymore. They're all done with that life. That's not what it's going to be. To me, this is all about divide and control, whatever. They don't know what to do now. And now we're starting to open up again. And people are still like, all right, Trump, weirdly, it didn't really get us through it, but we didn't die. So, okay, I'll still vote for him because what else is there? Biden's creepy. Now what we do, we go after the children. We start dividing the teachers who don't shut the fuck up. Teachers are like troops. They want applause all the fucking time. No offense, Larry. You were a good troop, but you don't brag about it all the time.
Nope.
You just do your shit. You're not that person who's looking for an applause break all the time like teachers and troops. They do it all fucking day. And now essential folks like me and so that's what we do. So
people who were doing their job, that was their job.
If this is real, you're right, Bobby. But I really do think this is more of a controlled thing. And you want to test, but you can do that. There's a school nurse who does nothing. Give her a thing. She does nothing. She gives you sweatpants when you pee your pants. She gives you a temperature check. Frank, who's the piece
You know
of
what?
shit?
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Make the school nurse instead of
be a nurse.
Make her nurse.
That's her job. Teachers should teach and nurses should nurse. That should be their job.
Like, bitch, you want a nurse now? Trust me, you're going to have some nursing to do now.
Yeah,
it's time to. You can't just go to the nurse's office because you got big tits now.
Yeah, if you got big tits and you got a sweatshirt that says college and I can wear because someone threw up on me. I don't need that shit. Frank, who's the piece of shit?
I have to say, I didn't think I was going to say this, but I agree with Trump. They have to go back to school.
Yeah.
They really do for many, many reasons. I think that in order for the economy to get better, you have to get the kids back in school so the parents can go to work, number one. Number two, the piece of shit right now is the teachers, because they're the ones against it. Now, why are they against it? Now, I live in Connecticut.
I know, to be fair, teachers do want to go back to school, but they want to also make sure they're getting the credit for being the soldiers for going back.
Well, I think you have to put everything in place, every safe measure that you could take, you put it in place so the teachers could go back and the students could go back, number one. But number two,
but schools have never been safe. Frank, why do we care about safety in schools now? Kids get beat up in school all day.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's an underlying reason why the teachers are a piece of shit. Because if they don't go back to school, there'll never be a shooter in their face. They're eliminating the shooters.
No, but the shooters know where they live.
But that's not a whole reason to shut down everything.
Yeah.
Frank was going for a big punchline of shooting, and it didn't work.
No. I really think that teachers are...
Frank, we're in Connecticut. How dare you? Home of the Newtown Shoots. That's my new basketball team.
We're in Connecticut. Who's shooting?
Yeah, we've had our time. Let the next state have theirs. We did ours.
Yeah.
I'm from Cheshire, Connecticut, home of the home invasion. Don't you fucking talk to me. We have our shit. We know what's up.
Exactly. But let Chattanooga get one now.
Chattanooga shooters. That sounds like a drink.
The Chattanooga shooters.
Oh, yeah.
Those are shots.
Shot. If one kid did that, that'd be cool. If he had Little John just yelling in the background while he's shooting up a whole school, shot. Everybody.
Oh.
If he walked down the hall like Matt Dillon and just like and squared up and just like pow, then I can see it.
Right. Watching news reporters try to do the story and just being like, there was a tragedy today, and trying not to laugh when they heard Little John in the background. There was tragedy.
There was a tragedy today. Hit it.
he was taken down by the lunch lady who said, not on my shift.
Yeah, and they're like,
Not
why
on
are
my
you
shift."
serving lunch? Why aren't any of you with titles as your names doing your jobs? Serve
Yeah, do your fucking job.
Stop trying to care. When I was in school, we had a janitor named Mr. Ed. And Mr. Ed once spanked the kid, Darren Midland, right in the middle of everyone. It was the greatest thing ever. And then he went back and he cleaned up. But he was tired of the kid. He bent him over his knee in front of everybody. He smacked him on the ass. And that year, he retired. It was great.
Oh, yeah, he retired.
This was back in the 80s when you could smack kids even if you were the janitor. It didn't matter.
Yeah, but they were phasing that out.
Yeah, but they gave him they got like a convertible and they let him drive around like the circle in front of the school and they gave him a big parade. I thought somebody was going to JFK him. I didn't know. All right. Next one up here we got here is New Jersey will require people to wear masks outside. That is a thing they just announced today. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed an executive order Wednesday that requires people to wear masks outside in public when social distancing is not a procedure. When it's not, can't happen, they want you to do that. Now, I think most of my piece of shit points are going to be about the governor. I think I just say about him. First of all, here's the first thing. You're a grown man. You're a governor. It's Philip, asshole. It's Philip. You're not Phil Murphy. I'm not going to respect any man named Phil. You're not. Bobby, even right now, you're Robert. And you're not even a governor on this thing here. If you were the governor, you become Robert. You know, he's not Donnie Trump. He's Donald Trump.
Yes, he is.
Philip Murphy. And Mr. Philip Murphy, you piece of shit. You're making people wear masks outside. Who makes the call of what is social distancing? I like to go running. Larry goes bike riding. Robert's looked outside. Frank knows things. It's fine. Larry, how many times have you seen people wearing a mask on a bike? I've seen them running. How can you breathe?
How?
They don't know what to do. No, we're not giving people knowledge. There's no YouTube video about here's how to use a mask properly. We need that shit. Get the actors doing that to their stupid Imagine songs. Put out a good PSA for all the drug addict ones. Make Charlie Sheen tell me how to wear a mask because he couldn't wear a condom. Do that for me. That'd be fine. But these people don't know what to do. I watched the guy running with a mask on, and I saw his face red. I'm like, take the fucking mask off.
Yep.
I don't wear a mask outside. I wear a mask when you own a venue and you make me wear the mask. I treat it the same way as I do someone's house rules.
Yeah.
If I go to Frank's house and Frank's house rules are you don't wear shoes in the house, well, then guess what? I don't wear shoes in the house. I'd like you to tell me in advance so I don't got stinky feet, but that's about it. But I won't do it. But on my own, I'm not going to wear a mask. But I won't go if I go into a restaurant and you say wear a mask, I want the food, I wear the mask. If I don't want the food, then I don't wear the mask. But I can't argue about that shit. But to tell me now that if I go outside for a walk and I have to sit there and worry on my run that I might run through a group of fatties taking a walk, because they do that now. They get in groups and they walk. Now they're going to distance walk. Now they're going to get and now block up the whole river walk so I can't fucking run. Who's making that rule? That's him being a piece of shit. Is it also him for being a piece of shit? For now, the police are already fucking hated and overworked. Now they have to yell at everyone who they see have a mouth? Seriously? We're causing more controversy. I'm pro-police, okay? I believe there are bad assholes in the world, and assholes have jobs. But the police have been working super fucking hard, and now people are allowed to yell at them. Now they have to stop every person in New Jersey. New Jersey raises garbage. Have you heard of fucking Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen? It's who they are. And by the way, the other piece of shit, New Jersey, for thinking they can smell like that, but a mask will stop things? Fuck you. Frank, you go first.
I made a great point. If you got a mask on,
that's what I do.
You can't smell the garbage. That's the best point. That's the only reason why you should wear a mask in New Jersey, so you don't smell the garbage.
By the way, masks don't stop smell, and that makes me think that the disease is getting to you no matter what. When I was at work, I had to throw this big pile of garbage, and the garbage smelled like puke. When I fucking had the mask on, I dumped it out, and I walked away. I could still smell it because this fucking scent got on my mask, and I had to get another mask. So it's not stopping anything anyway. We're stupid with this. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. I think that. I think you just got to use your common sense. If you're jogging, there's no way you could jog properly with a mask on your face. I mean, you can't.
I run 3 miles a day. I would die.
I mean,
Yeah.
and same thing with a bike rider. There's no reason to wear a mask. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense to me. So
if I run by you, I have not heard anywhere that if I run or walk by you or just if I'm standing right, I guess supposedly if we're all
15
standing
seconds.
here as close as we are right now and all breathing on each other, then I guess technically things could pass or whatever.
It
But
takes
if I just run by you and I'm breathing out loud, running, my mouth's open and you're running by, it's not going to jump. If it's doing that, we should all be dead right now. If it's not that kind of moves, we're done.
Yeah.
It takes 15 seconds to go from one person to the next person. So if you're jogging,
That depends how long you last. I mean, to me, I'm a lover. It's 30 seconds. But for you,
Yeah,
it's 30
okay.
seconds.
Yeah.
It's 8 seconds, okay?
Well, if you're 79, still fucking, Frank. You do what you want. It's,
So I'm
dude,
saying
that's
that
impressive.
the governor is a piece of shit.
yeah, the governor is a piece of shit. You're correct.
Definitely a piece of shit on that.
Bobby.
I think the people of New Jersey or America are the pieces of shit in this story. If you
New
want,
Jersey, America. Fuck
or
you.
America, if you want the law to change, like you can't change it by resisting the law. Just use the law to your advantage. Start shooting off fireworks. I am 5'6". I have a beard and I'm slightly heavy set and live in central Pennsylvania. I am breaking laws nonstop because the description's going to be average looking white guy in a mask with sunglasses. They're never going to nail it down.
Yeah.
Like, just start doing shit until they're like, people
Until
have
you
to
said
stop
that
wearing
right
masks.
now, Bobby.
Yeah.
You
Hunt
fucked
me
up.
down. Prove it. But, like, just do shit until the governors are like, no, the new mandate is no one is allowed to wear a mask because you guys are going way too wild.
Now,
Like-
no one can wear masks. Are they still allowed to gather together to protest?
Right.
Because you don't have to. You can protest when you're wearing you don't have to wear a mask and protest, and you can be all close together if you're protesting cops. But if you're protesting masks, then no.
Yeah.
Larry, who's a piece of shit?
Oh, I say again, this is a hoax. These people, everybody involved from the governors on up with Fauci and all of them, they had this big governors meeting. Remember they had all the governors had to come and they had to like, they got them on the same page. If you
I think they call that gubernatorial, which I like that word.
Yeah, if you could lock down your states and sell them this horse shit, then you because they look up to you. And I think that now it's sort of like a teacher with a classroom. Every governor is responsible for their state to go back and say, well, implement the plan that they want. We're watching 1984 in real life, and it's been happening for a long time. See, that's the whole thing. I've been seeing this and calling this whole game. This is talking about years out. When we were back to 9/11, this is just another chess move to get, see, because they're not worried about us. They know we're getting older and older. They want the young minds. They want Generation Z. If Generation Z can be born into this, then what they'll do, they got them conforming. They got them already listening.
They're Chinese in the fuck out of us.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, okay, the older ones will die out or whatever like that. We'll get the younger ones to call the older ones boomers, and we'll get them pushed out of society and their voices out of society or whatever like that. And every commercial on TV is reinforcing, stay safe, and we'll be here when it's time to come back. I mean, they got the commercials, they had the lines. The first week of the pandemic, when they said 6 feet, every store around the country had the same fucking 6 feet lines. Somebody had to print them. That was a graphic design job. There was a massive thing. And all of a sudden, but Target can still open. The schools can't. You go outside and you got to have a mask on. Walk. I saw a lady the other day in the park walking by herself with her dog with a mask on. I'm like,
dog
you're
have a
by
mask
yourself.
on?
So now, what do you believe? This shit is airborne now? Do you think now? And then people are saying, oh well, it could be because I don't know what's in the chemtrails. First and foremost, we've been living with it. Listen, it could be in the chemtrails. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yay or nay to that. All I'm gonna say is that we are foolish. Our flag has been flying half-mast since March. Since March, our flag has been half. What the fuck is our flag doing flying half-mast? People can't talk to each other. You can't go to schools, can't do anything. But all of a sudden, these people can still go to Congress and everything. So you're telling me you can go to Congress every day, but kids can't go to school every day. Like you can go.
Kids couldn't go back to. Kids went back to school 2 days later after school shootings.
Yeah.
They watched murder and they had to go back to school. But now, because of disease we don't understand, that no one knows about at all, I get being precautious, but it's been 4 fucking months. I'm in a retail place. I'm in front of people. I have not been sick once. I don't usually get sick, but we're all around each other. We either take the chance or we fucking all just hide. Because crazy. Put on mask, Jersey, you fucks.
Yeah, that corporation that owns that retail, they want to keep making money. But mom and pops, you can't go back. You gotta sit outside on the curb. But you can walk in the Target, but you got to be outside on the curb at a local bar or restaurant or whatever like that. These are the things that let me see is bullshit. You can protest and be outside painting Black Lives Matter and all that bullshit on the streets. You got time. That's a whole day's job. I saw this one video of these people just painting the whole fucking street, and that's fine. But we have to get charged by the governor if we just don't have a mask on. Get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit, and it's always been bullshit. And if we let them win, we deserve it.
I'm going to go one step farther. I think that what's happening is that people are starting to get back to normal. People are starting to get around their wits and get away from things. So what's the one thing that makes you know that people are getting back to normal? A smile.
Yep.
Nod. Looking at someone, making eye contact. If we cover you up, you're not a person to me. And I don't care about you, and I can keep this divide going. It's a way to control people from gathering. People in New Jersey are garbage. Garbage like to hang out together. That's what they do. It doesn't matter their color. They're all garbage. And they love it. They love going to concerts. They love orgies. They're gross.
Yeah.
But they won't do that when masks are on because they all want to know who they are because people in Jersey don't have any teeth, but they know each other by the amount of teeth they have. And if they have a mask on, they don't know anything.
That's two teeth time.
It really is about let's cover the face. Let's treat you like Middle East. Let's make it. We're not people. We have no identity. We have no personality. We're just a mask.
And that's what 1984 was about. If you go back and everybody read, 1984 is exactly what they said was happening.
Frank, how old were you in 1984?
1984, I was a junior in high school. Oh, Frank, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know you're not old. Frank's old.
Oh, in my 50s.
Yeah. Frank's
really?
Old. Oh, Frank's 79.
Wow. Congratulations, Frank. You look good.
Thank you.
And Bobby's here because in case Frank dies, then Bobby will become the new announcer.
Frank, it's so funny because Bobby looked like a starter kit for Frank.
Every comic in the world would have said, like, your child, a starter kit is so much better. How do you make your own Frank? Well, you start with a Bobby and you add water. Oh, God. While running, I just got a leg cramp while running. While doing a podcast, I got a leg cramp. So maybe I should stay in and wear a mask. All right, and then our final topic of the day is this. I have a friend, and she works at this office building, whatever, and it's all basically women that work there. And there's one woman there who's a bit of an asshole, and now she's on keto, so she's more of an asshole. Every day she talks about her keto diet, and every day she talks about how great her keto diet is, and every day she talks about other people should be on keto. But more importantly, she talks about one of the side effects being that her crotch stinks. I don't know why people who take keto need to tell us about their poop, their smell, all that stuff. If you want to do anything in life, you do you. You want to be gay, do you. You believe people are on the moon, do you. But keep it to fucking you.
Yeah.
I don't need your shit. If I said to you, hey, how'd you lose weight? And you said keto, and I went, oh, tell me more. Is my balls going to be stinky? Then I guess, yes, we're having that conversation. Yeah. I've lost weight. I stay in shape. I take pictures like an asshole just to push myself. I don't tell anyone how I'm doing it. If anyone asked me, I would say it, but I'd also say it only works for me. I'm not you. So why do people on keto, more than any other diet, think we need to care about their poop? Who's the piece of shit? Judging a person who's really just trying to better themselves and is probably just proud of something and probably goes home and gets told she's a fat fuck and comes out and then thinks it's funny to say your crotch smells because her husband probably goes, hey, stink puss, get out of here. Stop eating all the fruit. Is it her? Is it my friend for telling me this so I'd put it on a show? And she said, hey, if you don't have a topic today, try talking about keto crotch, as she calls the woman, which I think is a good name for her? Or is it me for being angry at people for trying to get better at themselves while I'm literally doing the same thing and bragging about it? Who's the piece of shit? Larry, go first.
It's the KKK. It's the Karen Keto crotch. That's who it is. It's the KKK.
I like how you spell crotch.
Yeah, well, I had to stick with a K.
You did.
Okay. But the thing is that
really quick, Larry, you and I have been on a podcast together twice now. My other podcast and this one. And now twice we've mentioned the Klan. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the funny part about it. It's like, you look at it, it's like, okay, do you? And like when I was vegan, nobody knew I was vegan, and you know what I'm saying? I would just say, no, I don't want anything like that. Oh, you don't want? Are you vegetarian? I go, yeah, or whatever like that. That's the only time I will say it. But to go around every day, hey, look at what keto's done for me, and smell my pussy. See, now you're inviting us into a world that we don't really care about. Because if we don't believe in your keto, you know what I'm saying? Then we don't really care. Now, if you want to like make that the reason why when we walk past you, you're self-conscious because you think we might smell your pussy, then okay, I'll take that excuse. But don't tell me about the diet. Everybody, when they get on something new, before they know what the effects and everything, they want to tell everybody. And then all of a sudden, it's, you should be doing this too.
Yeah, like they're an expert all of a sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden. I've never been in a period of time where everybody's the foremost authority on everything now.
It is crazy. Now with social media, we all think that stuff. Now listen, anyone's ever lost weight. Frank's lost weight. Bobby, I'm sure you lost weight. Larry knows this.
Wait a minute. Frank has lost weight.
Frank was fucking fat as fuck.
I put on weight.
Well, now you have to. You're 79, it's COVID, but you lost a ton of weight at one point. Frank was doing great with that stuff. But anyone that loses weight, when you first start losing weight, yes, you shit. You do, because your body's getting rid of stuff. I cut out a lot of, I don't say keto because I eat starches and stuff. But for a while, I cut out pizza, pasta, and bread because those are fucking sad foods. I would eat that late at night after shows. I'd come home, make a big bowl of pasta.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there and reflect, and that's my inside hug. When I stopped eating that stuff, I noticed two things. One, my depression started to go away. And I looked that up, and with some people, certain flours and things can mess. But now it's not everyone, but with me, it did that. Two, I didn't know this. A lot of things that are in wheat and grain and stuff don't know where to go in your body. So therefore, they go to like when you see people with fat cheeks and fat wrists and swelled up, that's what's going in there. Body, your face being covered with the beard. Your pasta's in there. That's what's in there right there.
Yeah.
And do that. That's that. When you start losing weight, it starts to come out of there right away. And your body doesn't know what to do with it, but it doesn't need it. So it starts burning it because it's not getting more. You shit that out. Now, these people that aren't eating any of the wheat are just continuously shitting it out. But if you don't add some balance once in a while, you're not going to ever stop shitting and pissing. And you're also going to be unhealthy because your body needs to not be fucking spurting out mud out of its asshole. You don't need to do that. So you are stinking. Now, first of all, wipe, motherfucker, and shower more. I run, so I shower 2, maybe 3 times a day. Well, I shower once when I get up in the morning. I shower after I run, and sometimes at night because I'm losing weight. I'm still I'm sweating now, yelling on TV. That's how this fucking works. So to sit there and share this shit, we all know it. But why would you, if you want me to do it, or do you want me to feel bad you're shitting? Why are you sharing your shit? That's not a thing you talk about. That's weird.
Yeah.
Poop is not a conversation piece.
Yeah.
If we learned one thing today, everyone. Poop is not a conversation piece.
Can we get her on the show?
Well, I don't know keto crotch, but I can try.
Yeah, try to get keto crotch on here. We need to say something.
Mrs. Crotch, if you're nasty. Bobby, who's a piece of shit?
I think your friend's the piece of shit.
Nice.
Like, I think she's the piece of shit. If you're talking about your poops and your crotch stinking with somebody, like even though your friend might not feel it, that woman definitely feels like they're close. And like,
but she says it at work in front of everyone. She's not calling her in. She's saying it out loud in the office.
Maybe that's her only family.
I'm like, is this a private convo? She's like, no, she's just sharing the shit out loud.
All right, then maybe I might have to change my answer. If you're just talking about your stinky pussy with everybody, you're the piece of shit. Problem.
I don't think it's her pussy. I think she's saying crotch because of like pooping, but she's just saying the word crotch. I don't think she means her actual. I don't think most of us know where the pussy is anyway.
Let me ask you a question, Pat. Have you ever gone to eat out a woman and been like, oh.
First of all, yes.
Okay. And been like, this stinks, but it's just her ass. This is fine. Like, if it stinks, the whole thing stinks. It doesn't matter which part stinks. It's gonna waft up.
I used
Heat
to
rises.
drink. And when I drank a lot, I'd be like, it can't be all of it. Have you ever grabbed a piece of fruit or a loaf of bread and the outside ends had mold on it? You keep thumbing through because one middle piece might have some good bread. Sometimes you just get what bread you can get. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
You plug your nose and you go for gold.
Oh, you just say, let's get in the bathtub for a minute.
Like those creepy people, like, girl, wash yourself quick. I knew a girl that was dating a guy, and the guy would do like, I need you to wash your pussy before I come over. I'm like, what is that move? That's a creepy move.
No, but I do. Listen, no.
You do that?
I tell her, I said, listen, I'm going to be over. Just take a nice little shower in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't have to tell him, Lair. You shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to tell
a girl
right.
to bathe.
You shouldn't have to say it. But I want to make sure. I want to make extra sure. Even if I meet somebody at a club. If I meet somebody in the club, we come back to the crib. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take a nice little bubble bath. They think it's romantic. I'm like, clean your ass. You were just dancing all fucking night. Fuck you.
I came home and some girls like, you got bubbles? I'm like, what am I, 4? Why would I have bubbles?
Yeah, but girls love bubbles. Girls love bubbles. And you know what else they love? They love sprinkles for the ice cream. They love
do.
Cocaine.
But if they got sprinkles on their crotch, I'm running. Frank, who's the piece of shit?
I'll tell you, I would have to say the person on the diet, because somehow these people, they're on a special diet. They become experts, and it's like a pulpit. They get on a pulpit and they're preaching to you, and sometimes you feel like a piece of shit that you're 30 pounds overweight and you're not believing what they're believing. They make you feel like a piece of shit. That's why they are a piece of shit.
And they're never thin. You notice that? If they're thin, they shut up. They lose like 10 pounds. They're still fat and they're experts.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you just started pooping.
Come back in a year. Come back in a year and tell me how you do.
Don't come back, but write me a letter.
Yeah, they're still Walmart fat.
No, I think it's valid for me to say that because in a year, most likely I'll be dead.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll tell you.
I thought you were saying a year because that's when the office would stop smelling like her stinky crotch.
No.
Yeah.
What if she gets everyone else to do it? Then they all stink.
Then it doesn't matter. We're just India now.
Do you think it's a woman thing where she just wants people to say, you don't smell? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it is. She's so self-conscious about it. And she probably smells it. And the thing is that it's like you said, the body is going through changes. And instead of her doing the extra shower or finding something or Googling how to deal with that smell, she decided to go, hey, and she's one of those crotch Karens. She's one of those keto crotch Karens who just wants to let everybody know what the fuck she's doing and come do it, what I'm doing, and I'm a better person now, and you should become a better person too. She probably has pamphlets and everything. She probably got websites that she could send you a link to and everything.
You know, she's probably like an open mic comic where she tried her first bit, which was, I lost weight, but no one noticed. She walks in thinking you're going to go, look at me. Like when a new comic goes in and has a wacky Hawaiian shirt and you don't fucking notice his stupid ass shirt. And she goes, no one said anything. So she goes, how do I tell them without just bragging? Oh, you know what? I got to make a joke, but she's not funny because she's fucking Karen. So she's like, poop's funny, right? So she's like, I lost weight, I'm pooping, I stink, ha. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And she's just trying to do that shit, but she really just wants you to notice she lost weight.
Yeah. And then she goes to try to fuck a black guy. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah, and the black guy's like, I would have fucked you when you were fat. That's what we do. Why are you getting thin, bitch? Now I got to deal with this. Larry, where can people follow you, see you, tell them all that?
Okay, check it out. We just shot a new episode of Let's Get Loud today. With a lot
this won't, this is on compound like in a week or so don't worry about dates. But
don't worry about it. We'll probably shoot another episode that day too. But now, so letsgetloud.com. We're on Periscope. We're on YouTube, and we're on Facebook. We'll go to letsgetloud.com to watch some older episodes. We gotta get Pat on there next week. I'm proclaiming it now, Pat. Will be on Let's Get Loud.
I would love to be. And by the way, I want you to know that I was chatting with E-Rock the other day, and we're talking about people that are taking advantage of the quarantine. And I said you, and I said, Larry took advantage, like me, learn Zoom. Dude, your hosting has gotten so much better. Because you had to focus, because you had everyone there before, but not be in the studio. You had man, the show is so much better now. You've been kicking ass. I want to tell you that. The work you're putting in is crazy.
And I mean, I got to give a plug out to Bobby right here. Bobby gave me notes. Bobby sitting right there.
Bobby helps all of us. Okay,
Yeah,
Bobby is
Bobby
a very
gave me
helpful
notes.
fucking man.
Bobby was like, do
This
this.
show is payback for all the help he gives me.
No, and I agreed to come on here as payback to Bobby.
Yeah, that's what I knew. I said, how can I get Larry on? Let me entice him with a little Bobby action.
I was like, oh shit, I owe Bobby a solid. Okay, I'll come on.
Bobby, besides all that love you just got and the 2 blowjobs you got from old men, where can people follow you?
Check out the Eastside Dave Show every Tuesday at 7 on Compound, and follow me on Twitter at _Tamburro.
And I'll see you soon at Comics because you got into the contest.
I got into the contest. Yeah, I'll be at.
They have an
Mohegan
awesome
Sun.
contest there, Larry. Like 150 comics go in. I won it a couple of years ago. It's really
Where?
good. It's at the casino at Mohegan Sun. The comedy club there,
Oh.
Comics does it. And I won it a
Yeah.
couple of years ago. You get good connections out. You make good money. I get a lot of work from them now. And Bobby, they just did the thing, and Bobby submitted and got in. So
Good job, Bobby.
Thanks,
Bob,
Larry.
I told about his jokes when they're flying. Those little lines right there, those quick little observations, dude. They'll fucking crush there. You'll do great.
Bobby
Thank you,
Bobby just won a roast battle.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, over on Gas Digital. It's against Stevie Lou. It
You
was
told
the
me you were
battle
gonna do that.
said
You beat him?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I did.
Did he kill himself?
No.
That would have been cool. You
Although
killed
it
him.
was called the worst roast battle Ian Fidance has ever seen. So I'm taking that to.
Says that shit to fuck with people. It could
Yeah,
be,
but it
he's
was
seen
Ian
some bad
Fidance.
ones.
Who cares?
Oh yeah.
Frank, tell them all about you.
Well, on Instagram at Frank Behavior, Twitter the same, Frank Bergallo on Facebook, and on July 16th and July 30th will both be up at Comics at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, hopefully one of those are out by then, but who knows? We'll try. I've got my old podcast, the Pat Oates podcast. I got a brand new podcast I'll be dropping this week, so it'll be out there soon. It's called Podophiles. I'm very proud of that name. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Dave Henson. We're doing fun conversations, a crazy podcast there. The POS show keeps supporting that. Find me on all the social media stuff. Thank you guys all for watching, and don't be a piece of shit.
I love you. Thank you.